Hi, I'm Kirk O'Brien. I'm the cartooning and animation teacher at the Visual Arts Center in Richmond, Virginia. Today we're going to discuss how to draw a head in what's called three-quarter view. Three-quarter view is in between a front view and a side view, both of which I've covered before. I'm going to start almost identically to drawing a side view or a frontal view of the head, and I'm going to start with a simple circle. You'll notice I draw it a couple times. Some just lightly drawing, sketching out the circle, not worrying about getting exact right now. After I do that, I'll drop a line straight down the middle, and then I'm going to make a line about 3/4 of the way down going across. You want to note a couple things here. You want to note where those two lines meet, and you want to note the edges on either side. Okay. You want to find that midpoint, first thing, and then in between that midpoint and one of the edges, put a little mark. You can do it on both sides if you like, but you only need to worry about it on one side. You're going to start at that little mark, and I'm going to draw an ear, which is a very simple C shape. I only need to draw one ear. The other one has disappeared around the curve of the head, so you cannot see it. The open side of the ear indicates which way the character's looking. Next, I'll drop the jaw. The jaw always comes out of the ear or ears, in this case ear. It does not come out of the back of the head. Some people think it comes out of the back of the head. That's a very basic mistake. Feel your jaw sometime and you'll feel it goes up to your ear. So now I've got the head. What I'm going to rough in next is I'm going to rough in this neck. Notice it's over to that one side a bit towards the ear. It's slanted slightly, and the line for the front of the neck is lower than the line for the back of the neck. Now, once I've got that in, I can sketch in a shirt collar. That's just a simplified C, looping around the neck, and I'll sketch in some shoulders. The one shoulder may be covered slightly by the head, so it will be overlapped. Now I'll come in and start adding features. I'll start with the eyes. Notice that both eyes are over to the one side, the side opposite the ear, of that centering line, the line right down the middle. Notice one of them is almost right on the edge. Add in eyebrows. Eyebrows are key because they give you expression. Without eyebrows, it's kind of hard to get an expression. I'll make a little bit of a brow ridge there above the eye, and I can come out under it and add a bit of cheek if I like. Those are actually not essential. I will recenter slightly my jaw here because I want it centered between the eyes. I don't want it off to one side or the other. If you make a really big jaw, it can stick out a bit in the direction he's looking. Next, I'll do the nose. When drawing a nose in three-quarter views, it helps to think of the nose as having an open end and a closed end. And the closed end will be pointing in the direction the character's looking. If you reverse that, you will get a broken nose, which is sometimes handy. You might want to occasionally break a character's nose. I don't know. All right, next thing I'll do is the mouth. In this case, I'm centering the mouth and I'm keeping it fairly small and cartoony. There's other ways to draw mouths in three-quarter views. And you can actually move it over to one side or the other, but it works best on the ear side. If you move it over towards the ear more, it'll work better. All right, that short fat line indicates a lower lip and a chin. Now, what I'll do next is I'll rough in some hair. Hair comes down onto the forehead a bit, and then above the ear it forms sort of an L shape, pointing out a little from the ear, just like that. You can clearly see the L there. If you want very short hair, something like this will work. If you want longer hair, you might try a contour line. What I'm going to do for a contour line is I'm going to give this guy a little bit of an afro, sort of like I have. So up we go, over and down, just using the contour. And I'll give him the one thing I've never been able to do, which is grow sideburns. I can certainly grow them, but mostly out of fear I don't. Right, there you go. I've got him all set up now, basically. I'll add in little bits of shadow here and there. Under the jaw, on the neck is always a good idea. I might darken in the mouth. Little bits of black will pop things out in the drawing. I'll darken in the eyes, which I can actually wait until the next step, which is pen to do. Right, I've got him pretty much set up and ready to go. And now I'm going to switch into quick mode, and I'm going to ink. Every time I ink in these videos, take a good look and see what I keep and what I leave uninked. Because a lot of the lines, like that line right down the middle, disappear. There you go. We've got a completed drawing in 3/4 view. My name is Kirk O'Brien. I am the cartooning and animation teacher at the Visual Arts Center. Come by and take a class. We have many excellent ones. Thank you.